The photographs are both very personal and very public. They're about the popular culture that we share and the way that culture leaves its imprint on individuals in their most public and private moments.
And it's ironic too, 'cause what we tend to do is act on what they say, and then it is that way. I'm sorry, so sorry.
Feminist photography in the United States dates back to the turn of the 20th century, the height of our women's suffrage movement, when photographers documented the efforts of prominent early feminists such as Susan B. Anthony, Alva Vanderbilt Belmont, Carrie Chapman Catt, and Alice Paul. Photographs of marches, parades, rallies, and speeches are common, creating a visual record of women's long struggle to throw off oppression and become equal citizens. After American women obtained the right to vote in 1920, the women's suffrage movement began a slow transition towards the feminist or women's liberation movement of the 1960s and 70s. The feminist movement focused on achieving complete societal equality with men and on liberating women from their traditional roles as homemakers. Feminist photographs of the 60s and 70s capture the marches and rallies of this bra-burning era. Modern feminist photography, however, tends to focus not on the politics of women, but on how they are represented in our popular culture. Photographers like Lauren Greenfield, Jennifer Siebel Newsom, and Danielle Levitt, and documentaries like 2006's Thin or 2011's Misrepresentation, illustrate the inequalities of popular culture and the effects they have on the girls and women of today.
And if you want these kind of dreams, it's California.
I work out 7 days a week. When I don't, I feel dirty, nasty, fat, and gross. I could name how much I've exercised and everything I've eaten today. I set myself very high Southern girl standards. You will be a lady. And I am. I would rather be dumb than be a slut, but I would rather be a slut than be fat or ugly.
It's understood that Hollywood sells Californication. Hey, El Sergeant Barrow, while to break the spell of aging. Celebrity skin, is this your chin, or is that war you're waging? Firstborn unicorn.
On a scale of 1 to 6, with 1 being not political at all, and 6 being extremely political, how political is this photo? Of the following emotions, which do you feel when looking at this photo? Happiness? Sadness? Anger? Guilt or shame? Pride? Do you think this photo is staged? Photographs of rallies and parades are unquestionably inherently political. But the feminist photographers of today seldom train their lenses on rallies and parades. Instead, they attempt to capture modern sexism in its many manifestations. The result is a new feminist photography that is far less overtly political than its predecessors. In fact, its politicality is often more obvious to the women who experience the inequalities it documents than it is to the men who, knowingly or unknowingly, perpetuate those inequalities. Take this photo, for example. Female viewers ranked this photo as more political than male viewers did. And while female viewers felt predominantly anger when looking at it, male viewers tended to feel either amused or ashamed. Photos like this one, which deals with gang violence, a predominantly male-centered political issue, were ranked more political by male viewers than by female viewers. However, photos that deal with predominantly female-centered issues like eating disorders were ranked more political by female viewers than by male viewers. Female viewers considered this photo significantly more political than male viewers considered it to be. Male viewers felt mild shame and disgust, but female viewers expressed strong feelings of both anger and sadness. This suggests that while male viewers tended to see the photo as inappropriate but not upsetting, female viewers tended to see it as a moment of exploitation.
Psychopathologies come and go, but they always tell us about the historical period in which they're produced. And I think the fact that we're a culture that focuses so much on the body, this is a common pathology, this is a way our mental illness manifests, is on our bodies. And eating disorders are so pathological, are so self-destructive, and are a really compelling and tragic example of how girls use their bodies as their voices.
Waking up to ash and dust, I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. I'm breathing in the
I hate being weighed. That is the worst part of my day. I'm known for my eating disorder. It's my identity. It makes me special. It's not a vanity issue. We don't all want to be supermodels. It's a distortion.
Whoa, I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones, enough to make my system blow. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. I'm radioactive, radioactive. I'm radioactive, radioactive. Raise my flag, down my clothes.
Today, the paradigm of sexism has shifted. Sexism no longer manifests through oppression and inequality, but rather through objectification and exploitation. In the developed countries of the modern world, women are officially recognized as equal citizens and guaranteed the legal right to vote. No overt discrimination on the basis of sex is permitted, but our culture's pervasive messages about what women should and should not be creates a society in which their objectification is the norm. Women and men may stand on equal footing legally, but the differences in their cultural standing are an ongoing cause of concern and protest among modern-day feminists and activists of the women's movement. As the manifestation of sexism has changed through the decades, so has the photographical manifestation of feminism. From documenting women's struggles, feminist photography has moved to a place in which its politicality is relative, more obvious to women than to men. While it continues to document the ongoing sexism of our everyday culture, that sexism has grown less and less direct, and so has feminist photography. It is far from clear whether its new form is suited to its purpose.
To the